So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time you are watching this. Yeah, I don't know what's going to become of this video or if this will be a thing that I do more often or if I'll even post this video. I just was going to write and thought it would be fun to have you guys tag along. Kinda, I don't want to say a day in the life because I'm just gonna sit here and write, but kind of my process, I guess, or how it's going. I don't even know what I'm doing. Um, I'm working on this book. It is a nonfiction book. It deals with mom burnout, mom guilt, all kinds of things that moms deal with. And I'm struggling. I'm struggling hard. Main reason that I'm kind of struggling is because I have been working on this book for 2 years now. And I don't know, anyone who has written especially I think, I don't know if it's nonfiction book that does this to your brain or any book that does this to your brain, but I am so tired of this book. And I know that sounds terrible, but I am so tired of rereading it. I am so tired of looking at it. I am tired of trying to think of new things to add to it. I just want it to be done. And I can't seem to get it done. So I was doing really, really good with it. But back then, I was a stay-at-home mom. And I, of course, had a lot more time to write. But my kids were also homeschooled at the time. So I was homeschooling them and writing this book. But again, I still had more time than I do now. So now, this past year, I started working. So for this whole year, I've been working. And I cannot seem to find any time where I can sit still and concentrate on doing it because I only have like so many days off. So it's like, do I want to put my day off working on this, or do I want to take a mental break, or do I have to do this, or do I have to go here, or have to, like, it's been difficult. And so it takes me, being that I haven't written in a while, I kind of forget how it went. And it was so frustrating because after, I'd say about like, oh my gosh, I would say a good 4 or 5 months, I didn't touch it at all. I just left it. And then I went to go finally start it again. And I started in a chapter. And I got the whole chapter done. I had 3,000 words. It was all good. Then I went to go reread it to kind of edit it. And I was like, what is this crap? I was so frustrated because what I didn't do was I didn't go back and reread the rest of it. Because like after 4 or 5 months, I kind of forgot like the vibe and how the rhythm was of the book. So I started writing it, and it was all good information, but it was so technical. It had no warmth. It had no way of you relating to what I was talking about. There was no feeling. It was just facts. And that is not how I want this book to go. And it's not how any of the other chapters were. So I was so frustrated because I had just wasted all that time writing this chapter, and I had to basically delete the entire chapter and write it over again. But of course, that also meant that I had to go back and I had to reread the darn book again, which I'm tired of doing, to get the vibe back. I finally got the vibe back, and I'm really glad that I deleted that entire chapter because it was definitely not. Just was too. It was like a medical book. It's just awful, and um, and that's what I think is so time consuming about when you write a nonfiction book is that there are just so many facts and information. You can't just be like, well, you need to eat healthy because this, and this. You have to actually have evidence to back up with you what you say, and then you have to really, and then you have to reword it because of course you can't like copy what it says. You have to put it, okay, so this says this and this. Now how do I put that into my own words? It's a lot, and it's very easy to just sound very medical and very technical, but I don't want that because one, I don't even know what half those words mean, so you can't just use big words. And I want to feel like when I read self-help books, I want to feel like I can relate to them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel that same way, and I had that same experience, and it allows me to really take away what they were talking about. So that is the mission, is to finish this book once and for all. It's pretty much edited because I kind of edit as I go. I kind of like write a chapter as I reread it. I'm editing it as I'm rereading it. I only have this last, that's the funny part, it's taking me months, guys, I'm telling you, months to sit down and just do this. I have 2 chapters left, and I can be done. But I can't seem to get these 2 chapters written. It's painful. Like, it hurts my head to just think about it. 2 chapters, that's all I have to do, and then this book will be done, and I can start formatting it, and I can get it published. But these 2 stupid chapters, it's one more chapter, and then the conclusion, which I don't want to think about the conclusion because I have to somehow figure out how to wrap up all these chapters and all this stuff and just put it into like closing chapter, and it's going to hurt. But yeah, just 2 chapters. So I started this one. Besides having to go back, there are maybe 3 chapters I have to go into and maybe add a few more words, maybe describe a little bit better, stuff like that, but nothing major. But yeah, so I just have to get this done, and I have to try to do this. Now that the kids are in school, so that's why I'm trying to do this now. So the kids are at school now, and the way my work schedule goes now, I kind of been working more nights. So fingers crossed, because you know how it is. The minute you make a plan, everything gets messed up. If all goes well. My plan is that when they're at school, I'll be able to write because the house is quiet. Hardest part is going to be I have to get more organized because all I can think about is the laundry that has to get done and the dishes that are in the sink and the clothes that are sitting on my bed that have to be folded. I'm trying to be like, it's okay. Just write today. I'm off tomorrow. I can do it tomorrow. My husband can do it all later. Like, it's just, I don't have to. So, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to hopefully at least finish this one last chapter. That's my goal, is to just finish it. Not necessarily edit it. I just want to get it written, and then maybe tomorrow I'll edit it or something, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So I do the method where I put a timer on for 25 minutes. I find that does kind of give me a little bit of a challenge. So I don't just sit here getting distracted or dilly-dallying. It kind of gives me a little bit like, I gotta go. Yes. Also, one thing that I find that helps me is, and yes, I'm still very old school, and I use a corded headphones. I've tried using the ones that go in your ear, but I go to use them and then my battery's dead, or they're falling out, and every time I touch them, they turn off. Nope. I need no distractions. I need to just sit here and focus. So this is what I do. But what I like to do is listen to people typing with a little bit of music. I don't know, something about them typing helps my fingers to type. That's just something I do. I do follow, there's one girl who, she's a writer, and let me go to the right spot. That might help. And she just made a video of her in the library just typing, and there's soft music behind it, and something about that just helps me be able to get the words out and just type. Let's see. I should have had this already ready before I turn this on, but where would the fun in that be? If I do end up posting this, I will put the link to that video underneath so that you can maybe see it if it helps you write or something like that. Let me see. All right. Whoops. All right. So I got that going. Gotta get Scrivener up. I did change over my Scrivener. Let me do this. It won't let me. All right, so let's see if you can see this. So I changed some of the colors, make it a little fall. And then let's pop it over to this. And I do find that the lighter colors, like the greens and all that, do help me a little bit because, I don't know, something about looking at that white page, I do like that it's not as bright. All right, so going into the timer. Where'd you go? Sorry. I'm going to set the timer for 25 and just sit here and write, and we'll see where we are when we get done. There we go. was like a really, really good, that was a really good sprint. I really got a lot done in that one. So, let's see, let's turn this around. Also, my drink was holding you up. I had a tripod, but my tripod decided to not work today. So, we had to improvise. But anyway, so I feel like that went really, really good. I was going to just make like bullet points of the benefits. Like right now, the chapter I'm working on is on the benefits of morning yoga. And I was going to just do like bullet points of like what the benefits were, but I really needed this chapter to have more. So what I ended up doing was like talking more about what the benefits were and getting more deeper into it. So that was really good. And I got 1,200 words out of that. Which, was that for today? No, I'm sorry. Because I was like, wow, 1,200 words, that was really fast. I got 199, which isn't terrible. My today's goal is 500, so 199 for the first 25-minute sprint really wasn't bad. And the best part is that they're good words, because you could have 1,000 words, but they can be like weak and you end up having to delete them. Like, I feel good about what I wrote, and I might even add a little more to some of them. I think I'm going to keep going, and then I'll go back later on or tomorrow and maybe write a little more in there. But yeah, I feel really good about this one. It is so funny because I don't edit when I write. When I write, nothing is spelled right. And it's pretty funny because, like, if you look, I don't know if you guys can see, it's just red dot. It's just like line. Nothing is spelled right. But if I worry about spelling everything right, I lose where I was trying to go with this. So I just leave them the way they are. And then when I'm done and I'm editing the chapter, then I'll go back and I'll spell them all right. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't spell. For the life of me, as I'm writing fast, it really gets messed up. But yeah, I'm feeling really, really good. I don't think I have too much more of this chapter. It's like, it's hard, because the chapters, I don't know. Like, I also write fiction. And this is my first nonfiction, but this is like the biggest nonfiction I've written. And it's so different from writing a fiction book, because a fiction book you need like 3,000 words, and then that's the chapter. But that's like easy to do because you're just writing and you're describing the scenery and you're describing the feelings, and you can get more words out of that. Whereas with the nonfiction book, it's like the chapters are more like the different subjects you're talking about. So it's tricky. And then you also have pictures. So when you have pictures and diagrams, that also adds to it. So you can't count it as like a word. So it's more like by pages. I have to figure out the chapters. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna get a snack. I'm hungry. So yeah, I'm gonna get a snack, get more to drink, and then I'm going to come back and we're gonna do another 25 minutes and we'll see where we go. Okay, I'm back. Got some orange juice and some crackers. Yeah. Okay. I will be so happy when I finish this book. I'm trying to think. I'm totally not procrastinating right now. But I want to do something big when I do finish this book. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I want to do like a dinner, or I don't know, like go out to dinner and celebrate it with everybody, or I don't know, I gotta do something. What do you guys do? What should I do when I finish this book? I gotta think of something big, because this is going to be the biggest book I've ever finished. And like it's a big thing. This was 2 years, which hopefully I finish it soon. It won't be 3 years, because then I'll cry. But yeah, so I gotta think of something fun to do. But okay, enough procrastinating. Gotta get back to it. Let me pop in my headphones. Lexi, I'm gonna give you another angle. I will, if I continue to make the videos, I don't know. Like I said, we'll see how this goes. This may be the most boring video you've ever seen in your life, and if it is, I really, really apologize, because that's not my goal. Okay. Back to 25 minutes. So I just have to go back, fix the spelling on some of the stuff. I do want to do a little more research on some of the benefits, just to give a little more of the medical benefits, and a little more of the behind the why. I have a lot, like I've pages and pages of all this research, but I like to have actual doctors who have said something, or medical articles that were written that I can kind of use as I'm not just, talking out of my butt kind of thing. I like being able to, because I want to give people good advice. I don't want to give them something and make it seem like this is like a miracle thing, like yoga will make everything all better, because it won't. Will it help in many things? Absolutely. I am a huge advocate of yoga. I can definitely tell the difference in my body, my mental, my anxiety, my sleep when I do yoga versus when I don't do yoga. So, but again, I can't just write a book off of how I feel. So, yeah. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to go to a new chapter just yet. I want to make sure this chapter is good and solid before I jump into the well, because the next one, oh my gosh, guys. Okay. So the next chapter after this is the conclusion. Like that is the last chapter I have to write, which is I think going to be the hardest chapter because because I have to reread the whole book from start to finish because I want to be able to remember what I talked about and make a really good conclusion, like ending, and really hone in on everything that I was trying to say and make sure that they really understand where my thoughts were on this. So that's going to take an actual day. I am off tomorrow and Wednesday. So I'm thinking I gotta figure out which day I want to do the read because it's gonna take me a while to read because it's a pretty good book. It's not a book you can really read in one day. But yeah, but then I also have other things I have to do on my day off. I have to clean. I have some paintings that I have to finish as well because not only do I write, I also paint, and I have a full-time job. So, and I'm a mom. It's just, yeah, all you other mom writers out there, we're doing our best and we're doing great. Yes. So, I am very happy with this. I'm really feeling good. I think tomorrow I'm going to come in, I'm going to look at it, I'm going to edit it, I'm going to add a few more things, do some more research, and then either Wednesday or Thursday, or I don't know, some other day, I'm going to go back and I'll start the next chapter. Yeah, I hope that you found this interesting and were not bored out of your mind. I'm gonna play this back and see how it looked and felt, and I don't know, I enjoy sharing this process with you because I know that I really like watching other writers and seeing what they're struggling with, how they're doing it, what their routines are and stuff like that. Like, and if this video ends up working out good and I end up doing more, I might even, do more of these. I have other books that I'm working on, fiction books that I would love to bring you guys along with. Kind of like a little buddy system, like just something to keep me on track and hold me accountable, I guess I want to say. But again, no promises. This is definitely not going to be like in every Tuesday we meet here. Like, this is going to be like when I have time, because I don't write every day. I don't have time every day, and yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm going to leave it here, and thank you for spending a little bit with me and helping me finish this chapter.